Repeat Offender is a long-form open discussion podcast. Topics include sensitive issues such as sex, religion, politics, race, gender, death, BDSM, MFN, CFNM, MMF, MMFM, and healthcare. Do not try this at home.
Get your motherfucking ass up when I'm talking.
So hold on tight. The action starts now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
And here we go.
So, this episode's a little bit late, and that's okay because we're both handsome working men. And that's just the fucking way things go.
Yeah.
Did you hear about what happened at Morehouse College?
No, I haven't heard anything.
All right, so this is fucking incredible. Morehouse College, I might get this wrong, but it historically is a predominantly black college.
Okay.
Like Spike Lee and Samuel L. Jackson are from there, or alumni or whatever.
I thought Samuel L. Jackson was a crackhead.
Just in that one movie, and
Okay.
so Robert Smith, he's a billionaire. I think he's like the richest billionaire or something like that, or the richest black guy, or he's something. He's black and he's a billionaire. So let's put those together. Well, on Friday at the commencement speech for the 2019 graduating class, he announced that his family's fucking putting out a grant to pay off all of their student loans.
What?
$40 million in student loans this guy's going to fucking pay off for all those students.
Oh, that's kind of beast.
Well, there's so many good things about that. First off, like when he was telling them, as he was doing the speech, he goes, I'm going to put a little fuel in your tanks. But the most important thing to think about here, and this is what I love about it, is that those banks that loaned all them kids the money, they're not going to collect any interest on that whatsoever. None. Zero. Zip zilch. You get until a month after you graduate to start paying back. And Sally Mae, Fannie Mae, fucking Freddie fucking got fingered. Any of those people, none of those fucking executives are going to get any bonuses because there's no money to be made off the money they loaned, which is the greatest thing in the world.
They just tied some money up with nothing in return.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, that's actually kind of
because
sad, man. That's some sweet shit. Like, you know, how many niggas that actually make their way up from the bottom, you know what I mean? Or maybe he didn't make his way from the bottom. How many people made their way and then actually share some money in a non-tax write-off version? You know what I mean? They always donate to charity, but it's always to the limited, amount that they can deduct.
That they can write off on their taxes.
Yeah. So it's
well,
really
he's
like
doing
not
this.
Donating. They're just shifting.
Well, he's doing this in a grant, I believe. So I think there's some kind of way in the system that he puts it in, and I think he's gonna get a tax break on it. Of course,
I mean,
as he should.
Smart. There's nothing wrong with being smart about it. You know what I mean? But all these facetious ass people out here that they're like, oh, we're out here doing good. No, you're not. You're just skirting the fucking system. But no, that's some awesome shit, man. I think there should be more people like that. You know what I mean? I'm not college educated.
Well, and here's the thing.
If I did, I mean, that'd be gangster as fuck if somebody was like, look, man, you out here, trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Or, I'm going to bless you.
Well, I'm going to email the guy because I owe like $200 to North Central Michigan College.
No shit.
Be like, do you got to be black or is that a thing?
Or maybe he'll bless you. Like if you let him do the cocoa thing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can probably help. I could probably put a call in to help facilitate that. You know what I mean?
If you can bang my wife because the cuckold thing.
Yeah, the cocoa thing.
He's like, I'm gonna do my Obama voice. It's very prevalent. It's very prevalent that I pour the coal to this man's wife to eliminate his student loan debt. But I bet you when Melania's fucking Trump or whatever they do, she's like, "Fuck me like the black man."
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah. Tell me I'm not a good a president as Obama. Tell me I'm terrible.
But he's probably over there up on the speed pills and shit. And he just hiring some little motherfucking minimum wage window washer to come in there and handle it for him with the orange hair.
All those tired ass fucking people that like the staff that work in the White House are sick and tired of banging Melania Trump for the president.
Yeah, I'm saying. All he had to do was holler at Big Daddy. I could have gave him a fucking machine. You know what I'm saying? We could have any color dick he needed.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's going to be my new studio album.
Yeah, I mean, that's fire as fuck. You know, who ain't gonna bounce back over that? Go triple platinum.
Exactly. So that fired me up, man, because it kind of, I'm a misanthrope, which is I don't like people.
Yeah.
And so I believe the universe out there.
Yeah.
George Carlin called it the Great Electron. People call it God.
Mm-hmm.
Hippies call it energy. Republicans call him Trump. So it's like, but it's the force that binds us all in the universe, and he knows, above all else, he knows who I am on the inside and what kind of person. And it's a he, definitely, because I would hate to think otherwise.
Oh no, the world's too smooth to run in for it to be a she.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like let's stick the females to like the Egyptian gods and the Hindus and shit like that.
I'm just saying, like, you know, absolutely without a doubt, like if a woman was creator, and I'm not saying there's not a co-creator, but if woman was co-creator or was main
assistant producer.
Yeah. So like hurricanes would never end. Okay, tsunamis wouldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like volcanoes,
Ever.
Once they started fucking erupting, you know what I mean? It's done. You know what I mean? It's like, you know. So
until she feels satisfied.
Yeah.
But it's the universe telling me that, hey, you're looking the wrong way at it. You're looking in this mirror the wrong way. And so that kind of stuff actually it gives me a little hope. It gives me a little tingle in the cockles of my balls that there are people out there who fucking care. Because if you think about it, so like. I don't really necessarily have an opinion on universal basic income, but if you think about it, you know how they say that if you give somebody money or if you help them out or do that, it's gonna make them dependent. I wholeheartedly disagree with that, because I believe, like I take myself for example, if you eliminated my debt, I would fucking skyrocket fast. That would take away most of my concerns. I could concentrate on more things and be better, as opposed to going to work and be like, fuck, I got to pay child support. Fuck, I got to come up with gas money. Fuck, I got to be able to drink this week.
Yeah, no,
but if
I mean, I grasp that, right? So that's definitely a double-edged sword. It depends on the level of contingencies that you put on that money, the level of that money, and the motivator factor of people, because a lot of people genuinely, man, the moment that a motherfucker feeds, and I'm not talking about like, damn nigga, you hungry, you thirsty, here's a Gatorade, you know what I'm saying? But like, when you go and you say, you know, I'm buying your groceries for 6 months, you know what I'm saying, and we can only extend this if you're not being productive in 6 months, a lot of motherfuckers don't really have the appetite to be productive, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm talking like just under the guise of these people, the students in Morehouse who have spent 4 years or more, worked hard, attained their degree, and now they can go out in the world and be creative and be useful and not fucking worry about having to make that payment every month.
Yeah. Well, see, I fall on the other on the side of that, you know, like I kind of go against my own grain with that part, but I kind of feel like come around high school, most people don't need to be learning calculus and shit. You know, they need to be in a welding program, a fucking framing program, you know, maritime program, some of that. You know, most people, by the time you reach high school, you've already defined yourself and your ambitions and your interest as a human, as a person, as a grown-up, in the direction you're going in. And I think that's when, you know, institutions, teachers, and so forth should start propagating, you know, the individual and what they're actually good at and what they might actually achieve at. But when you put the average, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry in a class and be like, bitch, you got to have an A in biology, you know, what's going on here in algebra 3, what's going on in pre-calculus, you know, that is not helping them benefit, you know. And then they go, you know, let's say they do get a grant from the government and go to college, right, when they really should have been going to a trade school, but they've wasted 4 years of their life in high school on some shit they have no interest in that's not going to apply to a fucking thing they're doing. So I kind of feel like the time you hit puberty, you should start focusing on the training of the shit you're actually interested in. You know what I mean? And then I think that secondary school should probably be picked up by the taxpayer. I mean, we're giving foreign country money. We giving out food stamps and Medicaid. We giving out money to private prisons. Why the fuck can't we give a bitch a little money to get some actual training when the nuts drop?
Well, here's the thing. Along with the idea that prior to income tax that the United States survived off tariffs, is I believe until like the early 60s maybe, college was free. I think it was state college or something, but it was not. They weren't paying for it. So a lot of these things that people suggest, we should pay for college.
I do know that.
Well, I think it's fun. I think Florida colleges are funded by the amount of money that the show Cops takes in revenue from filming down there.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you that one. But they only admit a limited number of people. I mean, you still got to have like money. Like it's not. I'm not saying you got a free ride. What I'm saying is, I know like FSU, University of Florida, all that shit's like those are state schools. So in theory, they're funded by the fucking state. So it seemed like if you was resident, I think they got a resident rate and this and that, but it's not that much cheaper than out of state, I think. But it's still a fucking scam. But when a bitch come out of school, when a bitch come out of school and he got $250,000, he got $60,000 in fucking debt, whatever it is, he's off to a bad motherfucking start.
Of course. But I think that so going back to what you were saying, we went through the era of people going out and getting psychology degrees and art degrees, and then Mike Rowe came out and said you need to take trade schools. I think we're well beyond both of those because video games are about to be in the fucking Olympics, and there are kids out there that are fucking playing Fortnite that make more money than you and I combined.
Oh yeah, all day.
So I think at this point, instead of telling people they need to go put on some gloves and be useful, or saying just go to college and discover who you want to be, I think we should focus on motherfuckers trying to find and discover your inner passion, who you are, what you want, what mark you want to leave.
The inner passion, that's kind of, and not to get too hippie here and to sound communist, but that's what I was talking about in the when your nuts drop and you come into high school. You're defining your interest already at that point. You know what I mean? And instead of encouraging and building that and making a successful fucking society, bitches watch their daddy be a slave. Then they come out and they fucking up. And then they become a motherfucking slave. And 1 out of 1,000 start to make a little money. And 1 out of 10,000 actually get some money. 1 out of 100,000 be like, I'm going to hire both y'all niggas to get me more money. You know what I'm saying? And it's like... But what I heard from you about the video games and Olympics and shit, all I heard from that whole thing right there was go buy stock in Adderall.
No, of course, Adderall. Just like cocaine fueled most of the music and comedy from the 70s and 80s. Adderall is kind of what's getting the shit done. And personally, so I'm not against pro athletes using steroids, because it's like, I can take steroids, but I still can't fucking hit a ball out of Fenway Park. I can't run a 440 in whatever fucking seconds it would take you to run the 440 or whatever. I can't take Adderall and then write Game of Thrones. Yeah. You have to have talent there. All that shit's doing is breaking down your barriers and helping you. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like there's no equity in because if you're tired and your life sucks and you got a lot on your mind and you can crank something out. Okay, well, that's the same as somebody fucking taking some Adderall and cranking out something just as good. You know what I mean? It's like, it's getting you there. I'm drinking wine. I would normally drink coffee.
Your boy Trump been eating speed for 20 years, nigga.
No, I'm all about that.
They came out and released that shit talking about, he was talking about he never took any drugs. Apparently, he'd been going to this doctor and they were giving him the diet pills or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I said that before. He's on Adderall. That's how a 72-year-old fucking man who's clearly overweight, stands funny, and drinks water in a bizarre way can fucking keep going the way he does. Because I work with a 70-year-old man, God damn it, and that motherfucker cannot be doing the shit that Trump is doing. You know what I mean? And he's been working with his hands his whole life. I don't think Trump's ever broken a nail.
I don't know.
Did you notice what I titled the episode? Do you see that?
I seen January, The Criminal Passions.
The Criminal Passions. Do you know what that is?
Elaborate. I think you're about to elaborate.
This goes back to I'm gonna touch your heart here. If you have a heart on.
Can you touch anything more than a heart? If I put a heart on it, will you touch it?
I'm touching your heart on.
Okay.
And I believe, if I got this right, January of the Criminal Passions is the name of the 5th section of the Marquis de Sade's famous manuscript, Salo 120 Days of Sodom.
120 Days of Sodom?
Yep. You know who the Marquis de Sade is?
Haven't read it.
The Marquis de Sade is he was a French libertine in some fucking stupid.
He's a French guy.
He is. And you never heard that name, the Marquis de Sade?
I think he was in the fucking Monte Cristo movie.
Well, he's kind of like the French Revolution's version of Caligula.
Yeah, okay.
And he wrote this fucking manuscript while he was in the Bastille. By the way, I'm dropping fucking all kinds of knowledge that's going to get us up on the RSS feed. He was in prison of the Bastille, and when he was in there via fucking V for Vendetta, he wrote this manuscript on a piece of roll of paper that he tucked away and hid. And it basically just... No, in a wall, unfortunately.
Okay.
Like that scene in fucking Pulp Fiction. I had this watch up my ass for 2 years. But he kept this thing, and the manuscript is all about sexual expression. It's based on like 5 noble or wealthy libertines in that era, like a judge and a cop and all this shit.
Yeah.
And basically they took their disgusting wives and sisters, and then they took a bunch of like underage children and did horrible, unspeakable sexual acts to them in a nihilistic manner. And then in the 70s, they made a really fucked up movie called Salo 120 Days of Sodom. And I highly recommend people watch that with their children. And it just, if you read the Wikipedia version of it, it's just a fucking awful mess of an abortion of fucking just gross French shit, and it's awesome. And this dude wrote this like 400 years ago while he was in the Bastille. And so I named our episode after like the 5th section of that, the Criminal Passions, which is when he started like you know, the horrible R word and shit, eating shit and stuff like that. And so I wanted to throw that out there. The more you know.
Yeah, we need to thank our sponsors, Shit Eating.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Grand Rapids DEA. DEA, we're there when you need us. Ow.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Yeah, no.
Dude, if they send me a T-shirt, I'll fucking wear one of those ones, or a cup that says like FBI.
Saying, man, like you know,
it
so
says.
I switched up. Listen, I switched up. I got off the Tootsie Rolls, man.
Thank God.
Listen. I bought a gallon of Starburst, nigga.
You bought an armchair full of Starburst?
It's a gallon, man. It's a big ass fucking.
I don't think Starburst comes in a gallon.
It's a container. It's like a half gallon, every bit of it. It's 54 ounces, 3 pounds.
No,
6 ounces,
Starburst.
1.53 kilograms. Okay.
Bro,
real.
I
go to your
I
local
spent a
wholesale.
year.
Yeah.
I spent a year in community college, and Starburst comes in lineal feet.
Okay, well I'm telling you that my shit is already chunked up, nigga. It's ready to go. It's like when the crack man cooked the circle and he chunk it up in the rocks, nigga. Like that's what this is now. It's already been through the trap house. It's good to go. You know what I mean? It's already on the street.
Hey, excuse me. Trap home. Shout out to those guys that are keeping their family together while still at the same time slinging.
Yeah.
Crack cocaine, you could be a sponsor.
You could be a sponsor. Shit.
Are people still on crack, or is meth the new thing?
No, man. See, meth is the absolute thing, but I think just like with old wines, there's connoisseurs of cocaine and freebase. So
Meth is a white person's crack.
No, man. Meth is what happens when biker gangs find the World War II recipe, and they tried for 30 years to make shit popular on the street, and it didn't happen until the war on drugs and Fucking smokers were tired of getting arrested for a $20 piece of dope, and they're like, hey man, my biker buddy knows how to cook this stuff called ice, and it's better than crack. And they're like, what? And it's like, yeah, we can make it in the garage. And that's what happened.
Dude, get some Sudafed. What?
Sudafed. Nigga, I remember when I could go to the Jiffy store, that's a gas station, and a convenience store for people out west.
Piggly Wiggly?
Anyhow, they used to sell ephedrine at the gas station, at the cash register, in bottles by the 100. Dude, if I would have just only bought those fucking bottles of pills, like, I'd have, like, all kind of bank right now.
I'm telling you, if I could jump in a time machine and go back in, I would go back to when, oh, fuck, what was that fat burner that people took that had ephedrine in it?
I don't know, but I would go back in time and
Hydroxycut.
Bananas and I'd stick bananas in Nancy Reagan's fucking ass, nigga, and then make fucking Ronald eat them.
Dude, I'm telling you, I bet they were into some freaky shit. He's like, oh, Nancy, you take this cowboy dick.
We're gonna fuck up 2 generations of fucking people.
That's what them niggas did. That's what happens when you put a fucking movie star in a goddamn fucking presidency, okay?
And his wife is the fucking Blair Witch.
Yeah. You know, please, you ain't gonna tell me that bitch ain't motherfucking rock up against doorknobs and banisters and fucking poster boards and fucking Heinz 57 bottles and shit.
Well, here's to our listeners out there. Here's a contest. Who do you think? Which first lady had the most orgasms in the White House?
Yeah.
Or, I'm going to say Nancy.
Or you can reinterpret it. Which first lady caused the most orgasms in the White House?
Calls the most orgasms?
Yeah, I mean,
like
gives them out. You know, fucking the housekeepers and the fucking Secret Service and maybe even her husband.
Look, all I'm saying is about Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, if you have a chance to get blown in the White House anywhere, you fucking take that. I don't give a fuck how high your horse is.
Look, they did that, okay? The cunt planned that, okay? Now, I ain't talking about the dick sucker. I'm talking about his wife. She planned all that shit.
She was probably standing there, fucking smoking a cigar. The same cigar.
Thumping her in the back of the head. And then fucking, she probably shit on her.
She probably did. She's like, yeah. You like that, bitch? Sucking my husband off. He's like, oh, I love this. Oh, God. Oh, here comes some water.
Yeah. And
I'm telling you. But I bet you, I don't know.
Executive order for 3 strikes, yeah.
I mean, how are we going to be? Here's the thing. It's like Nixon, you know, was a criminal because he was trying to get dirt on his opponents. Clinton got blown. And just didn't want to come out and say it right away. It's like, we got to take some consideration.
Hillary probably threw that nigga under the bus when they was arguing and shit, you know what I'm saying? And she wanted to get some distraction off of something else. Because she probably set the whole dick sucking up to get that nigga to sign the papers, you know what I mean? And then when that nigga started acting up, and or somebody was asking too many questions, she threw them all under the bus, knowing that they slide through on that bitch, you know what I'm saying?
The thought of getting a Hummer while leaning against the Oval Office desk.
I'm saying I ain't got no fake power fetish. I'm saying like real talk. You know how crazy domestic situations get. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that old nasty dusty pussy fucking cunt. I'm telling you, that bitch is evil. She up to some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I wonder if he was leaning against the desk or if he sat in the chair.
And had her baby in the toilet. She probably shit her baby out.
I don't think they fucked. I think he put a cigar in her and she sucked his dick.
I'm talking about Hillary back in the day. She probably shit this baby out. She was like, I got shit, and got the baby in the toilet.
No, Hillary, I don't think she has a uterus. I think it was one of her most popular aspects.
That's why I came out the asshole. That's why I came out the asshole.
Oh, for God's sakes.
When's the last time you seen an authentic asshole baby?
A couple of days ago. Yeah. It's a pretty regular occurrence for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. I ain't never had no nigga drop a seed in my ass, so I can't tell you.
Man, I don't know if that's the thing I'd want. I'd be like, at least pull out of my back.
You just pull it out on the back? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would it be better to shit it out or to have to wipe it off your own back?
Well, okay, think about this, and here's a weird thing to think about. How many people actually wash their own back? No, I literally just took a shower within the past, 30 minutes. I don't know if I've ever purposely put soap on my back with the intention of scrubbing it to make it clean, ever. Ever.
Yeah, but they sell the little sticks with the loofah sponge on it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be fucking seen buying one of those things.
Oh, please, man. I buy all that shit. I buy motherfucking tampons.
I have never washed my back.
And, I've definitely washed my back. I'm
going to have to wash my back when I get my tramp stamp.
The middle part is extremely hard to get sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Just like there's like it feels like there's a gap between the top of the shoulder blades and the bottom of the shoulder blades.
I'm just saying I have a dirty tramp stamp area.
Yeah, I could probably see that. You probably sell that. That's probably some fetish type shit, nigga. Because I've been thinking about building a mobile glory hole. You know what I'm saying? Like I could get like a
like on a skateboard.
Van. No, like in a delivery van, and I could have like a mobile glory hole, but it's not like an American glory hole. Where I guess we could put a flip down wall. With a hole
an American glory hole?
Yeah, American glory hole.
As opposed to European?
Hole.
What is the metrics
like
of the...
a Czechoslovakian glory hole is like a if you've ever been in like a big
like a bidet
freezer, right? It's got those rubber strips that hang down, okay? Well, that's kind of how a Czech fucking glory hole is, right? So a person, male or female, they lay on it. There's like this wall of like some leather, plastic, whatever the fuck they're into. And then the lower half of their body is sticking out. And, you know, whether it's a root or a cooter, you know what I'm saying? You can do what you do. So you walk through and you can pick the one you want, you know what I'm saying? You run up in them, they run up in you, however it works. And then you leave. But American glory holes is just like a hole in a sheet or, you know, piece of plywood or something. But, so if I got me like one of them old bread vans, like a hot to go kitchen, you know what I mean, like a food truck, but instead I had like a nice, you know, like leathered out inside with wood grain and shit, and then I had a glory hole in that bitch. You know, we could just pull up, service, and go.
Well, I thought you meant the difference between like the metric system. So like an American glory hole is approximately 4.5 inches across, whereas the Czechoslovakian glory hole is 16 centimeters.
Yeah.
Or 16 what? Fuck, what? I can't even think of metric system now. 16 what? Yeah, centimeters.
Because it don't make any sense at all.
His dick is 5 stone.
It makes no sense to build anything with tolerances that are that close together on you know, that's just fucking retarded. It's dumb as shit ever.
It is. And it's unnecessary and unacceptable in every fashion, and they should be stricken from society.
If you look at a metric fucking tool set and you look at an SAE tool set, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, 14 tools, 27 tools. You know what I'm saying? We don't need all that. You wasting materials. Y'all talking about go green and save the environment, but here you are. You wasting money on fucking tools. You know, too many.
And I want to tell you the most important thing about American glory holes is it brings American jobs back.
It should. And niggas and bitches should have a fucking choice. And I've been talking to my dogs, man. I got some dogs, and I ain't gonna throw them out here, you know what I'm saying, because of where they're employed and shit. But I told them I want to build a hooker motherfucking go bag, you know what I'm saying, for like motherfucking gigolos and tricks and shit, you know what I'm saying, because like, you know, I got labor hands at work and stuff, and they got these book bags, and it's got spray paint in it, it's got, you know, tape measures, it's got bottled water, gloves, whatever they might need. Some of them's got collapsible shovels, you know, to shovel out from under skids or tracks or whatever. But I thought we could do the same thing with hookers, you know what I'm saying? You got some, you know, some coochie spray in that bitch. We got some douches, you know what I'm saying? We got some motherfucking condoms. We got some dirty shit, some used condoms, because some of them motherfuckers will pay for that nasty shit, you know what I'm saying? Got some dildos in that bitch. We got some pocket pussies, got some tie downs, you know, whatever the fuck you, some mace, you know what I'm saying? A taser gun, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need up in that bitch.
This is all in the mobile glory hole?
No, this would be in the book bag. But yeah, no, in the actual mobile glory hole, no, we gotta have some shit up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some shit on some shit. Yeah.
Like some metric tools?
I don't know, man. I was thinking like, you know, like we could get like low temp soldering irons and like, you know, wood burning tools and like, you know, like you know, the low temp candles, but also like some real candles for them veterans, you know what I mean? We probably get
some essential oil burners.
You know, we get some Adderall. You know what I mean? You need some Adderall.
Oh, you gotta have the Adderall.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's some CBD.
I don't know. I haven't.
I'm gonna get some CBD.
No.
Roll. Yeah,
I don't want. No,
CBD.
I don't want any fucking CBD in there. No, we're gonna be realistic here.
We're gonna give them a CBD enemas, nigga.
That'd be a lot of CBD.
Yeah,
I bet you if you take CBD up your ass,
I bet
you take CBD up your ass.
Nigga. It'll get you home.
Man, that is the biggest fucking sell-off to the American public. If you grow a bunch of CBD and you sell it.
I've tried the CBD, dude, and I'm telling you, it will relax. Well, it's not gonna relax a smoker. Like if you were a smoker, if you're a THC user, it is not gonna make you feel anything. But if like you're an average American that just doesn't really do too well, there's not too many average Americans that don't do too much of anything. But if you're like me and you're pretty fucking straight laced on intoxicants, like, and you take some CBD, yeah, that bitch is gonna help you sleep. It's gonna make some pains away. It's definitely better than Tylenol, nigga.
I mean, okay, anybody that listens that wants to send me some CBD, that's fine. I've taken 400 milligrams and then got on a flight and I still felt like shit.
It's not a miracle cure, nigga, that's gonna solve all your problems and put rainbows out your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a sleep aid, it's a relaxing, it's an anxiety reliever. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing like smoking a blunt, hitting a bowl. You know what I'm saying? Getting high. You know, it's like it's probably like the difference in American jalapenos, nigga, and authentic shit out the jungle in Mexico where the desert meets the fucking water.
No, I've talked to people that said they've like had CBD. One guy was telling me he was at like the last Cannabis Cup in Detroit or whatever. Yeah. And he said he had a fucking CBD infused like fruit drink or something like that. And he's like, normally my back would hurt me standing here, and it doesn't. So there are people out there that believe that shit has effects. I haven't personally felt them, so my pragmatic view is like it's just a placebo to sell to people so they can grow weed that doesn't actually get you high, but they can make the money.
To me, the problem with the CBD, and I'm gonna tell you, is because number one, not a lot of people know how to extract. Number two, they're not really measuring or gauging what they have. They're not like really, testing out and what they synthesized. Is it full spectrum? Is it fucking, isolate? There's so many things that go into it, and you got a 1,000 milligram tablet here, But it was 1,000 milligrams of what? Is it 900 milligrams of filler and 100 milligrams of CBD, or is it, is it degraded and it's some CB, some other shit? You know what I'm saying? But I know stone dead motherfuckers that have consumed it, and it definitely is a tool, but it's not an intoxicant in any way. And especially if you're like a user of flour, if you use flour or like THC distillate or cartridges or anything like that, dude, you would have to consume thousands and thousands of milligrams to probably get any effect from it that you would notice.
I think it's just weird about when you talk about like cannabis coming into the public eye, and then including CBD in that, and it's like, yeah, that's more of the fucking patient side that a lot of us don't care about, but some of us virtue signal to be like, oh, it's for the patients, says the guy wearing the gold chain driving the fucking Bentley.
I'm not doubting the other side of it. Look, but like real talk, right? Amoxicillin works, okay?
And it tastes good.
But niggas who make amoxicillin, the CEO is riding around in some shit with a fucking hood ornament that hides in the fucking grill. You know what I'm saying? So
that's amazing.
I'm just saying, it's no matter what, somebody is making money off of something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is.
Well, like I said, I'm pragmatic, so you got these people that are out there they're like, look at this video of this retarded kid who's not shaking anymore because he ate a CBD popsicle, and it's like, yeah, there's not been a lot of research on this stuff, so I mean that's kind of just a softball claim.
There ain't been a lot of motherfucking research, man, because motherfuckers has got goddamn a cannabinoid fucking system in their goddamn body. You know what I mean? Like this shit's been going back for thousands of motherfucking years, and THC, though I do believe that is the bringer home of the motherfucking group. Dude, there's thousands of motherfucking compounds in a fucking reefer plant, you know what I mean? And all that shit works together, you know what I mean? You get the entourage effect. I mean, there's so much shit. It's like, nigga, I can bake a cake and we know the sugar makes it sweet, but if I give you just a bowl of motherfucking sugar, it ain't gonna be just tasting good after a spoonful. You know what I'm saying? You need the eggs, you need the vanilla in that bitch, you need some motherfucking pencil whipped up motherfucking flour. We don't even know where it originated, but that motherfucking shit whipped together, it's good.
Yeah, but you better know where your flour's coming from.
Okay. Shit, it ain't coming from Pablo no more. They killed that nigga.
No, they didn't fucking kill him. He's still alive. Him and Tupac.
Yeah. He probably, you know why you bullshitting? He probably made a deal with the government. That nigga probably is alive, because that fat motherfucking pudgy bastard they showed on there, and then you trying to tell me that his woman and kids still around and free, and all that crazy shit, niggas blew up planes and buildings and took the government on, but you telling me that it's gangster as our government is, that they wouldn't have killed the whole family? I mean, look, the moment a nigga challenges the government here and comes out with conspiracy theory, all of a sudden 3 weeks later, this nigga killed his whole family and did a murder-suicide. Yeah, bullshit, okay, bullshit. That nigga just uploaded a motherfucking video. The kids were going to an Easter egg hunt, okay? And you ain't gonna convince me that this nigga killed his family and then killed him damn fool self, you know what I'm saying, with several $100,000 in the bank and a million goddamn person fan base, you know what I'm saying? Bullshit. The motherfucking goons came in there and killed that nigga. The bullets don't even match.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, the Q Anon one, Q Anonymous or whatever the fuck, because Reddit, an anonymous Reddit board is always a good source of information. The Q Anon thing that helps people sleep better at night, that a fucking retard like Trump is in office and they think that he was put there by a benevolent group of people that are trying to rid the world of corruption. One of the biggest aspects of it was military tribunals. They keep throwing that fucking word out for war crimes.
Yeah.
Well, the Orange God is about to pardon a bunch of fucking military U.S. service members who were accused of war crimes. So, not only does that quash the concept, it just fucking throws the whole thing out the window, and yet people are still going to talk about it. Here's the best thing, another one that kills it. Brett Kavanaugh, right? Trump put him on the Supreme Court, fought really hard. Well, Kavanaugh was appointed by Ken Starr, the special counsel appointed to investigate the Clinton blowjob thing, over Vince Foster. You remember Vince Foster? And it was a suicide. And that was the first guy that they're like, Clinton's trail of bodies. Well, Brett Kavanaugh ruled Vince Foster's death a suicide. So it's like, well, there's another Q Anon brick in the wall that's been knocked down.
Yeah, but
here's the best part. When George Bush Sr. died, they said that like Hillary was going to be in handcuffs, or all these people were going to get fucking, they were all going to get like arrested in public. And then when George Bush Sr. died, they took that as a way to be like, oh, well, they're putting it off because George Bush Sr. died, and that kind of threw off the whole timeline. It's like, Jesus Christ, you people.
Like I don't even know about the Q Anon, whatever the fuck the Q
is. It's terrible.
Man.
You gotta check it out.
I don't
it's
really
terrible.
fuck around too much on the Reddit, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't give a fuck, you know, them niggas guilty, innocent, all that crazy shit, man. The government's corrupt, and niggas with money, you know what I'm saying? They go on vacations and poor niggas go to prison. That's just the way it is. That's what the business is. You know what I mean? It's just like the crazy ass biased ass fucking cash bond system. Ain't no poor nigga got 200. He ain't got 10% on 2,000. You know what I'm saying? And if he does come up with it, he don't get the money back because the bondsman and the insurance company get it. That shit's all set up. They arrest niggas to keep this goddamn machine going. You know what I'm saying? So if you're poor, you fucked. If you got money, you can drop bodies. Like I've been watching this shit on TV. And it made me want to go get a motherfucking like that. You know that movie with Robert Redford? He had the lightning bat. And it made me want to go get me a lightning bat and go take these niggas out, man. Because, like, they be flying around the world and shit and raping these kids and shit. They got, like, a whole motherfucking, like a whole club, nigga. And they can go to these countries where the government, they done indicted, like, half these niggas in the governments and shit in these countries where they be letting rich niggas come in and fuck kids, nigga, little old baby kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, man, get the fuck out of here, you know what I'm saying? And these same niggas is the one writing your paychecks, you know what I'm saying? So when you slaving for these niggas and you think you getting ahead because you got some shit from Rent-A-Center, you dumb motherfucker. No, only thing you did was you paid for that nigga's plane and his jet fuel to go over there and fuck a kid, nigga.
Well, you can't speak about it in terms as that's a bad thing. What was it? Like fucking, they're trying to say the downfall of the Roman Empire was because it was encouraged to have a young ingenue and have an attraction to them, and it was thought weird otherwise to not be attracted to
you
younger
say
people.
young nigga. I'm not talking about young nigga. I'm not talking about like, you know, maybe she's 19 nigga. I'm talking about these niggas over there fucking 3 and 4.
I'm talking about 12. Oh, that's no fun.
They over there fucking 3 and 4 year olds, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even like grasp for the concept of how you could even mistake something wrong. I mean, like you can't mistake her for a grown woman, nigga. Like the growth hormones in the milk hasn't even affected that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. That's why I like older women. In fact, I tell my wife to act like I broke her hip when we have sex.
Yeah, nigga, that's some fine shit. I think, dude, I think you just came on to some shit for real, nigga. I think that's a whole spectrum of the female gender, nigga, that has been overlooked for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm just saying, look,
nigga. I'm saying, like, they don't care. Like, they don't care if they make ugly fuck faces, nigga. They don't care, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just want to go ahead rough, nigga, raw, nigga. You know, do you, nigga?
Now, I'm going to preface this by saying this. When I say older women, in my mind, I'm picturing older women that aren't skanky, nasty whores from Phoenix, Arizona, who are fucking riding a BMX bike and smoking a cigarette while taking some cans back to the Circle K. I'm talking women that kind of have their fucking life together. Not the kind of bitches that'll go into a dive bar in Miami
like
Beach.
Melania, nigga.
No, she's a robot. I'm talking like actual older women.
That's right. That was like 2 episodes where we discerned that she was a Stepford wife.
Yeah, she's not real. I'm talking like divorced. They've been with a boring ass fucking husband who's been a good provider and a good husband to the children, or a good father to the children, but he can't sling any fucking dick. I'm talking horny old women past their prime. I'm talking a woman that has like a she got the house in the divorce.
Yeah.
So what? So when I say that,
a bitch that'll tell you she can take a paint can in the motherfucking pussy and crush it.
Right. And so by that, I'm going to say, I'll go on a limb and say, with older women, you're going to get no condoms, no diseases. And that's a great thing in the world.
Yeah, I can see how that ties together. What about Michelle Obama? You a fucker?
I'd fucking suck that dick. What? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was staring at my phone.
I can see.
If she had a dick, I'd suck it because I'd be like, Miss First Lady, Miss Obama, Mrs. Obama.
She'd be like, call me a woman.
Hey,
nigga.
Michelle. Hey, yeah, yeah. This Brownville dick.
Yeah.
I bet you. Hey, yeah. He's like, oh, Michelle. Oh, yeah. Michelle. I like. Oh God. Tell me I'm not as good as Donald.
Yeah. Squirt it on that dirty spot on my back I don't wash.
She walks in. She's like, "Hey, Barry, I'm horny." He's like, "Oh, I'm not in the mood. I don't give a fuck. Get on your stomach." Then she eats him, spits in him, and fucking just pours the cold to him.
Yeah, so my time running out. I gotta go. We gotta do some errands and shit. But on that note, I guess real talk. Like if you come across an old bitch, you know what I'm saying, you good to go. A raw, nut in her, no pregnancy. You know what I'm saying. And be careful though, because if you ain't prepared, if you don't squeeze your dick hard when you beat it, you probably don't want to go up in that pussy because it's probably strong.
I wholly believe that.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we gotta cut it short because you gotta go shave or something.
Yeah, I gotta go rewash my back.
Wow, yeah, go get that fucking tramp stamp off there. that butterfly you had painted on to see what it looks like before you got the real thing.
All right, think I sponsored.
All right,
nigga.
All right. So, shout out to crack cocaine. Shout out to the McDonald's that used to be over in Waters, but it's now Gobblers. Yeah. Shout out to fucking Stuckey's and Gold Star stores. Shout out to Piggly Wiggly bags that still have the plastic.
Yeah. Plastic straws.
Shout out to plastic straws and Club Baby Seals. All right, so I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Remember, Q Anon is bullshit, and no matter what happens, if you can help it, never, ever go quietly. Peace.